Boom. All right, here we go. Session 24 of the Band of the Hand. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Hand of the hand.
Band of the hand.
You guys all remember you have tattoos on your chest, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we do.
Little big purple tattoos. Who did the inscribing, by the way? Was it Kwame? Or was it Eugene?
So Eugene did 2 or 3 of them. And I think Kwame might have done Eugene's.
that sounds right.
Right, because he had some like sailor story about doing it once before.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But I think they all turned out really good was the
Yeah.
bright side.
Yeah.
Didn't you roll a crit or something like that on all of them?
I can't remember.
Every single time, I think you did.
It was like a year ago.
During COVID times, which is like either 5 years or 5 minutes, depending on your perspective.
Right.
at that moment.
Is there any other narrative form where the time that passes in the art is profoundly shorter than the time that passes outside? Like it's the opposite of narrative compression.
Narrative expansion.
I think only like 2 weeks has gone by, probably. And you guys are like went from Munchkins
Seriously,
to like Hour Gods
yeah.
in 2 weeks. How
A lot has happened.
We've bonded so much.
Slow motion.
Has it even been a week?
You're in the flot for like 4 days, and then it took you like 4 days to get to Bogenhofen, and you've been in Bogenhofen for like 2 days. So I guess it's been like 10 days.
Fuck. That's crazy.
So did it really take us 4 days to get down the river? Because we stayed one night. The first night we stayed in that
With Hobbit
inn.
Lady.
Right, and then the second night we stayed in the inn, right?
Yep.
We stayed in Whitesbrook.
No, you stayed in the inn between. Remember, like with the when someone made friends with a griffin. Who was it?
Right.
Oh, wait, wasn't that where the...
Yeah.
Oh,
That was pre-Weisbrook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think and then there was Weisbrook,
okay.
and then I don't know what the fourth one is.
Let me bust out the map.
Anyways, but probably 4 nights.
The
About
point
10
is-
days.
Yeah. So
I was thinking about this because it's like, yeah, I mean, we were like in the flot, we were just like fucking scared shitless. We were gonna die every second, and we're fighting for our lives, right? And now we're like world beaters 10 days later.
Well, our progression table like really kicked in quick. So 4 days and then just hockey stick. It's like a startup, really.
Right. But it's like a what's his name? The 4 Hour Workweek guy.
Tim Ferriss. Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Ferriss. Like a Tim Ferriss project here because we're heavily reliant on the few most efficient skills we've got, including feces and intimidation. Like, there's nothing well-rounded about our strategy. We just found like 3 life hacks. Like, basically, we've hired the whole thing out to NPCs from India, and it's working great.
It's pretty true. We actually need some. So we need to get our little swallows or little sparrows or little birds into action because I feel like we could make even more progress if we had NPCs to delegate to.
Well,
God,
if you
we
guys
have to come up
wanna-
with the most boring role-playing game ever.
If you
We're
want
all
to
we do is sit in a room and then tell NPCs to go do things.
Just grind out resources.
Role playing in your mind. Like, okay, those NPCs died. Yeah, I didn't.
We'll just,
More.
we'll just dress them up as us and send them into the world. if we could figure out a way to harvest their XP, then we'd be in the money.
I mean, isn't that basically how like advanced D&D was played? Like hire 100 henchmen and just send them into the dungeon first? Like,
That's right.
A better way.
At the very least, the blood would indicate what you should be watching for.
oh, that one's definitely trapped.
Should we recap last session, Lyle?
Sure.
Or not?
If you guys want to.
I feel like it would help people understand what the heck is going on.
Yeah, I need that help.
We killed the vampire Maria Malone in the previous session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That vampire was recruited by Mr. Tegan to work at the Golden Trout. I remember that much.
Mm-hmm.
So the patch on her arm She had a patch. We harvest. What was the patch of?
It was the golden trout. It was
Okay.
it was
Like her
her cook's
uniform.
outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, right. And then Aggie has a grudge against the golden trout. We remembered that, which was good because I was confused about that. We did note that the black market was tonight, right?
Tonight.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing about the golden trout. That's where the cult meets. Like
Right.
that cult group meets at the
The
golden trout.
Ordo
Yeah, they have a
Septenaris.
meeting there tonight.
And in terms of like calendar time,
Is it tonight or tomorrow night? I think it's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. My apologies.
the point when Orsley was closest to the planet is the last night of Schaffenfest. I remember that much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we think the ritual is.
We found John Locke's safe key, and now we need to get the passphrase from Judge Heinz Richter, is what I recall.
Look at you, Sean. You're
Yeah. Good.
Good work.
Are you
No.
looking at the question?
No, I don't have any notes. No, I'm not reading them.
What are we, nerds?
I brought the peg leg upstairs, and then Lyle repeatedly told us to talk to Lieutenant Brott when we got out, and we repeatedly ignored his advice.
Totally.
Finally, we didn't, and the plot advanced.
We kept missing the checkpoint, and it wouldn't let us leave the
Exactly.
area.
We're just like just ping the next fucking checkpoint so I could just get a marker on my map and go.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you go to the
Siren was
advanced-
doing a reverse Batman.
Yeah. Well,
Siren, could
yeah,
you
reverse
explain what
Batman.
your reverse Batman consists of?
I don't remember. What do you mean?
Okay, I'll explain it. So,
I know. I really don't remember.
so you were drinking. So what the reverse Batman was is Bruce Wayne was the main character, and Batman, or Bruce Wayne was the character that he was playing, and Batman was the real character. You're the opposite of that. Where I don't know anymore, but that should give you the writing
Playboy
prompt.
Billy
I see. You took a note. Yeah.
aka
Yeah, very
Castor
good.
Lieber
Yeah, it was.
is your alter ego.
It was this question of am I pretending to be
Castor.
Castor Liebering, or am I actually Castor Liebering at this point? Where does
Whoa.
Castor start and Siren stop? I think it was something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
While the rich, wealthy one is also the vigilante.
Right.
Hitting
Where
orphans.
it's basically two rich, wealthy vigilantes.
It's complicated. So the other thing that happened was we learned how to make Faxterol, which can cure the bleeding condition, which is a very technical thing that I'm just going to throw in there.
Mhm,
Doesn't
mhm.
really advance the plot, so hopefully Lyle can weave it in a meaningful way.
Oh, I got some mushrooms.
Then we went and talked to. Okay, wait. Lyle, fill me in. Who is Gustav Bortles Frick, the leader of the Black Pipes, who claims the pit is their own? They smuggle humans?
Yes. Let me share the quest with you guys.
Wait, they smuggle humans?
They smuggle humans, don't they?
Did you guys see the Put Bortles Away for Good quest show up?
Oh, right. This is Gisela Brott, right? So Lieutenant Brott. So we went to the Keep. Yeah, she recently arrested Gustav Bortles Freak. So Bortles, and she wants to put Bortles away for good, but people of the pit won't come forward and testify against Bortles' crimes because he would kill him when he got out. They've been reluctant, and she's hoping that independent groups such as ourselves can help incriminate Bortles. So we picked up the quest details, put Bortles away for good.
You know what's going to happen? We're just going to end up killing Bortles.
Yeah.
Then something happened, and a friend of mine was watching this. A friend of mine, yeah, well, we should kill Bortles definitely. And he said, I made Kringler, the boat captain, laugh with a crit.
You did.
And we went to the Stevedores Guild, and then I got a crit success telling the joke to the Stevedores.
Well, in an intimidating fashion.
Right. And my friend who was watching was like, I don't know if your GM was really into giving you that crit. So I kind of feel like I agree with them. And I just like to see some action off of that stevedores joke. I just like to see some action.
Oh, I've got some stuff planned.
Okay. And that, I believe, was it, right?
No, 2 more things happened, actually.
Okay. Lay it on me.
This quest occurred. Let me show it to you.
I'm still having a pretty hard time hearing you, Lyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you're still a little quiet.
I'm going to bump my volume even more.
Oh, beautiful.
Better?
That sweet, sultry voice.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I just showed you a new quest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Who was it that sent something? Was it Saren that sent the evil thing?
It was Saren. Yeah.
I like how the description is, while searching the basement of Spitalfield, delete Lord Siren del Douche-thuggery felt. No, I think we should delete Lord Siren del Douche-thuggery.
Well, we just need Caster at this point.
Right.
An evil presence.
So let's see.
Something.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings. About deleting Lord Del Douche-thuggery. I mean, there's one sense I want that to be the case. There's others where
Doesn't your alt personality, when you're a juggalo, who is the juggalo an alt of? Siren or Caster?
that hasn't been determined, honestly. It must be Siren though, because I hadn't fully manifested as Caster yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hadn't met that childhood friend or done all the research or seen the house.
Right.
Really started to appreciate what was really happening, you know.
So you're a triplet. I mean, like you have 3 things going on.
Yeah,
4 things
I
actually,
think it's
because he's actually a nobleman from, I forget which city you picked, Siren, but aren't you the cousin of the Duke? Like the actual Duke?
Yes. Yeah, I'm like the cousin of the Duke, and I got canceled for something or other.
For being a douchebag.
And I left. Yeah, but for being a douchebag, yeah. But that's completely phonetically, it's very similar to my last name, but it's totally unrelated. It's the biggest coincidence. It comes up all the time in grade school.
Your tutors were just brutal to you.
When you Google, it's the wrong person, man.
Yeah. Well, it always says says showing results for Siren Del Douchebag. Did you really mean?
So if depending on how much time the stevedore thing took, our next thing would have been to go to the lawyer's office, right? If we have time to do that, and then go to the night market, right?
We were gonna go to a court building where the judge would be.
Right. Do we still have
What
time
time
to
of day
do
is it
that?
again?
Do we still have time to do that, Lyle?
Yeah, it's
Or
like,
is it?
it's like 3 o'clock.
Man, every time we do one of these things where we go do social role play adventures against someone, I have this insane pit in my stomach that I get all the time at work that I haven't worked hard enough on my talk track or my slides yet, and so I definitely should try to postpone that meeting if I can. Like it is the exact same gland in my brain that causes that I never postpone the meeting, nor do I postpone the deeply fictional, nonsensical social interaction that doesn't really matter. But either way, it's the same. Let's go see the judge, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
Let's go see the judge.
Wait, and how much money did you make, Sean? 10 gold?
10 gold.
Oh yeah, I think I added it. I'm good on that. Thank you
Okay.
for the reminder.
Sorry, you guys missed one other thing that happened. 2 other things. One, someone saw someone from their past.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. And
Lyle, you're quiet again.
Oh, hold on. Let me get close to my mic. Okay. How's
Do you
that?
have an external mic? You got a mic on the table there?
Yeah, I do. Is it still quiet?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
good.
as soon as you move your
Oh,
move your
I just
head
gotta
in,
get
it
close
works.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to have it. It needs to be on a boom, like right up in your mouth, like a singer.
Yeah.
Like a,
Yeah. I just gotta lean in. I just shared this with the only person that can see it. I think it just went to you, Sean. This is now in your.
Aluhareth Wavecrest is in Bogenhofen.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we saw that person, didn't we?
it's
elf.
Kwame's mother's ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
who fled the island after making my mother angry. They popped up in Bogenhofen, and we're asking the question: what are they doing here? Is there a risk that he may tell her, his Kwame's mother, that Kwame is here, or vice versa?
Both fearing the same mother.
Mm-hmm. She's fearsome. You guys.
A brother from a different mother.
You will grow to be very sad that you met Kwame
No.
because of his mom. We call her
You
mom.
know, I don't think that's
Mame.
where that was going, was it? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, it is because don't you remember that when you were a gunslinger when we were playing Zweihander, you had to have a what do they call it? The nemesis or something? What was
Right.
and I mean,
What was my nemesis?
inside poker. It
Your
was
mom?
Your mom.
Who's? Wait, that's what nemesis means, right? Wait, what do you guys mean?
What are you guys talking about?
By the way, I posted the recipe or the factual to the chat.
Oh, cool.
You should see it in there.
Do not.
Let me try this again. Post to chat. Post. There it is.
All right.
And then finally, let's see. Mick had a moment with Eugene.
Oh, we did have a moment.
That's right. Mick was able to prevent each from taking a point of corruption.
Not only from taking a point of corruption,
From
you stopped
mutating.
me from having a mutation.
That's right.
Oh.
Because I had reached the threshold for enough corruption, and Mick took it into himself,
He did. He pulled it out of you.
and then didn't you resist it?
Yes.
What
Yeah, so-
caused you? Well, I forgot what was it that caused all the.
So Eugene messed with that demon, like a half year ago. But then what was enough to finally push him over the edge was the
AKA
corrupting.
this morning.
Yeah, that was this morning. Wow. Shit. Yeah, that was when Saren popped someone's head off with a garrote. I forget that was so recent. But the final pushing point was the vampire. And Eugene, I think, took a dark deal for a roll at one point to track her or something.
Yes.
So that finally put him at enough corruption to need to roll to resist a mutation.
Amazing.
So Eugene once again saw Mick kind of embody that golden light because he saw him in the tavern.
It was in his milky eye, though. It was like in the
Yeah.
My milky eye was glowing.
Yeah. Mick. what is
But he doesn't
happening,
know.
everybody?
Mick's confused by it. He doesn't
That's-
know what.
Well, because he's such a superstitious sort of dude, right? Like it's sort of
Totally.
torturing him. He's like,
He's freaked out.
yeah. Yep. Cool. Well, I think that's the full recap. Although, the way we could play our sessions, guys, is we could do the session being a full session of recap. Knowing you guys, you could probably make it work.
Well,
And then
I
you
mean,
would get
I didn't
100
want to
XP
say that,
at
but
the
yeah.
end.
So, should we think about our active quests since we have this super sweet game quest log, or do we know what we need to do?
We
I
know,
think
well, it's the inheritance because we need to proceed to the next. We need to find the password, right?
Yeah, I think we need to grind. I think we need to grind on our platform here, and the platforms are the sewer map, and the money, and the house. So once we got that, then we're going to have more options to retire some of these other contracts with it. So should we go first to the lawyer?
The lawyer.
Yeah.
Where-
Where is Judge Heinz Richter? Where is he at?
He's a magistrate. So he would be, I will click on the map. Right here, the town court. Did you guys see that?
Oh, right here.
Yeah, it's the town court. It's
Zing it again. Hold on.
It's right behind the town hall, which is this
Oh, okay.
really big building here in
Yeah.
town.
Okay, town court.
Yep.
All right. I vote we go to the town court and lads, I think we need to go and retrieve a certain passphrase.
Yeah, and if I may, technically, you guys are you're up here. Sorry, you're right by the Steve Doors Guild.
Oh, that's right.
If Judge Richter does or does not give it up peaceably, it's of no concern to us. We should definitely retrieve that passphrase.
Well, I mean, I don't see why we would have to resort to violence. Castor deserves it, and I think us bringing news that his protege has died, like you would want to fulfill his quest as a lawyer to pass that phrase on, and I think that's what we should do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think we tell the whole story, and as Siren came up with a relatively bomb-proof fiction for how he ends up with amnesia and seeking the fortune of Castor Lieberung again. Because remember, Castor went off and is known to have been waylaid by highwaymen, right? And that's how that letter ended up in the possession. And so our story that we have told is that Castor suffered a head injury and wandered off into the wilderness and managed to survive, but was amnesiac, and then was accused by a crime syndicate up near and was imprisoned in the Flot, and then managed to escape through his wits and has only slowly begun to regain his memory. And much remains, much in his past remains super unclear. So, but he's got the letter and the key now, and his main mission is to bring news of the death of this mentee to the mentor. And he's gonna cry a lot. Like, he's gonna be very sad about that.
If there's an opportunity, I think Nick's going to change into his servant disguise.
Yeah. There's an opportunity. Yeah.
I'm going to go into an alley and just don the servant thing.
Cool.
Eugene just holds up a blanket real quick.
Would you like to
do
make
the
an easy?
Do the towel trick.
Easy skill check.
Yeah.
I give you a plus 20 on your disguise roll.
Come on, you got this,
let's
Mick.
go find the. Let's go find this judge.
That's never true. Really.
Come on, you got this, Mick. Eugene's like, no, you've got the pants on backwards. Can I help Mick in any way?
What is our fastest acting psychedelic, and what is our most stealthy administration technique, Eugene? I can't recall now.
Well, I can just put people to sleep instantly.
Well, what I'm thinking is, if we need to hijack the mind, if we need to make this, if for whatever reason this goes south, then we should have our plan in place to, short of killing him, coerce him.
What should I use besides? If I don't have disguise as a skill yet, it wasn't available to me in the transition.
Is disguise actually a skill in this game?
I couldn't. If it was, I don't have it.
I'm sure we would have suggested it if it was.
I mean, it's probably going to be either a perception or
Charm
or an intelligence, I would guess, maybe.
I can give a perception, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do perception for now, just to keep it moving, and then let's take an item to figure out.
Challenging, any modifier, any challenging average.
Wait, what about art? Would art work?
Art would probably work. It's easy for you, buddy.
I'll just do a perception. It's easy for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy for Mick ever, dude.
Look at the
not easy for Mick.
Look at the 100
ever, but that's all right. I still made it, right?
Look at the 100.
Holy
You had to beat 108. What's going on?
Why do you have 108 perception?
It was easy.
Oh, right.
Do you have an 88 in perception?
I have 58 in perception.
So that would have added 58 to your roll, which is insane.
Wow.
I need to plug in my journal. I'll be right back.
Cool.
He now looks like Castor's servant.
So how should the rest of us play this? Is Kwame? I mean, Kwame doesn't look quite as salty sea dog as he used to, I feel. His hair seems to have grown back thanks to the careful ministrations. I think that he could probably pass as just part of the retinue, maybe? I don't know.
You mean like one of his bodyguards?
Yeah, or I don't know, just like one of his hangers honors.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and I
mean,
think
he's
I think
big
what
and
we
he's
need
got
to
the
do is we need to
guns.
establish
So.
a cult. We need to establish a cult of caster.
Mm.
Like it's not plausible that you would all like I would have accumulated this many servants again prior to getting my wealth back. And also there's just like an intense, inexplicable religious magnetism to caster at this point. And so like people just sort of fall into his fold, and he doesn't even know why it's happened, but he's grateful for basically the fealty.
Or at least that's our cover story, right?
Mhm.
So
yeah, that's what I mean.
you're a groupie?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, a little bit.
Got
Well,
it.
So
I mean,
I'm going to be part. I'm going to be part of his religious retinue. That's. I think
Yeah.
Kwame is part of his.
Yeah.
Kwame is he's enjoying it, so he's gonna probably play it up. Maybe he'll have like a head covering that's specific.
No, Kwame, that's good. If he starts to break, if it's not working, if I'm like failing some sort of intimidate or persuasion check of some kind, you go and really get really intense about what you see, the spirituality you see, the center. You can actually like.
Do you know who you're addressing right now? It's the Bhagwan. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
God.
That's right. It's the Bhagwan. And
No.
then, in fact, maybe Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh should be Caster Liberum's new assumed name.
Oh God.
Let's play it. Let's play it by ear. We will rename the townhouse. We will rename the head townhouse Antelope.
All right. All right. So when that occurs, I'm gonna put on my red headband, which I have. I've got, and I'm gonna start calling you Bhagwan.
Also,
Oh no.
the reason this really works, he'll be the Bhagwan Caster Liber. The reason this works is the same reason Trump is able to do what he does. Like if you just, it's a form of hypnotism. It's neither true nor false. It's just so monotonously confusing that eventually the mind breaks in the face of it. Right? That's our tactic. Okay, it's good.
I'm down.
Mick is not going to play the servant as a religious zealot. He's going to play the servant as a very, very tired, weary, sick of this shit servant. He's going to roll his eyes a lot.
And Eugene,
Mick.
how are you not coming off like a total freak show and mix these guys? Because he's starting to look a little different, right? Like he's kind of harried probably, and like his face has changed a tiny bit. He's
Well,
like kind of
Eugene wears a plague doctor's mask.
Yes.
Oh.
Eugene very much is like unintentionally become this like crow-esque like medicine man. And so he wears like blacks and browns and kind of robes, and he very much looks like a rural doctor character. He's got lots of pouches full of things, but he's like worn the plague mask now to cover up the more like his black eyes and his like beak-like nose that have like started to form. So I think Eugene is just Siren's personal physician.
That's good. Yeah, it's good.
You know, maybe he found Siren in the woods after the attack and then nursed him back before they both went into the flock. But I think Siren has promised Eugene lots of gold once he reclaims his inheritance in this story.
Yeah. So Lyle, we're pulling up in front of the town courts, right? Talk to Judge Richter. What are we seeing now?
You are, but actually, before you do,
before we lose our one viewer.
Yeah, let me. As you guys are leaving the guild, the Steve Doors Guild, and you're sort of making your way down the Hafenstrasse towards the main part of town, the city is completely crowded because it's the night before Schaffenfest or the day before Schaffenfest. Everyone's rolling into town. The docks are completely slammed with folks bringing in goods and animals, and like everyone, you have to like sort of register everything that's coming into the city via the waterway. So there's tons of folks that work for the city government out. And Kwame, a big dude, looks like a Steve Door, rolls up to you, and he hands you a note, and he says, "We're really impressed by you, man. Take this." And then he like disappears into the crowd, and you see on the note there's an image of what looks like a bloody nose, like someone's punched a nose, and you open it up and it's got words.
Oh no,
Fuck. Fuck. Words.
our greatest enemy.
I puzzle over them. I'm not sure what to make of it.
Yeah. So Lyle, if there are words to be read, I think you should text them to me so I can determine how I report what they say to the group.
What a dick. God damn it.
I love it, but what a
So Kwame, it's there's tons of people everywhere.
It's all about me. Look at this. He's talking about me in this thing. It's all.
So you shove the note in your pocket to read later, or to, at least to give to Siren to read later, and you head down the Hofenstrasse towards the town hall, and you guys finally make it to the town hall itself, and this is where folks are tried and sentenced. So as you come in, there's a life-size statue of Verena, the goddess of justice, and she's there right in the inside foyer of the town courts. The building's still open; it's still in session, and there's it's open to the public. So you guys come in, and there's the courthouse itself. But also you see there's stairs going up to where there are offices and stuff. And then there's what looks like a porter or maybe a manservant sitting at the desk doing the medieval version of browsing his cell phone, which is
picking its nose.
Picking his nose and flicking boogers at flies as they go by.
It's
I'm so glad we have cell phones.
Playmates
my
on
God.
doing that myself.
Oh my god! Or he's got. I was just imagining this it's a magical scroll that's infinite. So as you roll from one to the other, it just keeps showing you one sentence descriptions of people having happier lives, or super provocative, stupid arguments that raise your blood pressure.
You just
Or medieval porn. I mean, come on. Like he's looking at pictures that.
It's like a woodcut. It's really
Yeah.
boring. It's like you can't
you
even
gotta
know what's
flip the two
happening.
pages back and forth
You have
really
to, like,
fast.
turn it up and down.
And it's literally it's on clay.
Two
click,
clay
click, 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 click. It's got two positions, max and min.
But wait, there's got to be a way to pay more. To pay more somehow.
To get like a third or fourth frame in there somewhere. Or maybe
You hire someone else to have two other frames, and you do it in conjunction.
right. And no matter what he does, it ends up with a goatsy. He's like a kid.
It's always.
all right. So
Yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
Well, so we step forward, and then I gesture to Kwame, and I say, "Please arrange this, please."
yes, we're here to see Judge Richter. We have important business with him in my best officious voice.
Judge Richter, He brings out a piece of paper from his drawer, and there's words on it. Words. And he licks his finger, browses through it. It's like, Richter. It's like, Richter's not he's not at court today. He called in sick.
So I'm going to try to influence him at this point. So I'm going to take the he has a wood block that he's flicking back and forth, and I'm going to ask him for two pieces of paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transcribe what's on the wood block, and I'm gonna fold over the paper, and I'm going to make a flip book for him. I'm going to give him a full 8 frames of whatever he's been viewing.
So it's gonna be
And I'm a little bit of an artist, so what
like
kind
that
of role would I
scene in
need
the
to
Big
give him a flip
Lebowski
book?
where you're making the engraving?
We could probably just bribe him with some money.
I like this better though.
No, this is pretty good.
I know, so can we just meditate briefly on Sean's genius here, where once we thought the low was like cesspit drownings and feces distractions, now the low is literally improved porn animation. Literally.
Well, no, it's
Go. Don't take
it's
that
dick
as a
pics. It's dick pics. It's dick drawings.
Yeah.
I'm not a good
each
artist
their own.
either. So
Yeah,
okay.
So,
All right.
so
Would it be bribery? Maybe intimidate?
I mean, why don't you tell me which skill you'd like to use?
I feel like bribery because I don't know if I'm any good at it, and I'd like to vote that it's not challenging. It's actually pretty easy, is what I like to vote.
He's into his woodcut, that's for sure. Would anyone else like to help in some way and try to assist?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I can help. I can help with like annotation or just definitely in the era before 3D perspective or parallax in illustration. So it's not going to be that hard.
Flat. I have trade charms that I could use to try and help Kwame.
I have bribery.
All right. So each of you can do a roll as long as you describe what you do to help him.
So I think Eugene provides the materials for like some like good ink. Because like, you know, he's got some herbs and stuff that he crushes up real quick and adds water and can like make a ink that will last.
Got it.
And then do I just roll trade charms?
Yeah, just do a trade charms, yeah.
Cool.
And make it standard. And,
Ooh.
Whoa, 22.
Oh, wait.
What?
Okay.
Credit it. Dude, there's something like luminous and enthralling and throbbing about your choice of ink.
So I think that one of the ingredients Eugene adds, it has like some latent magic in it.
Okay.
Like maybe it's just because it's been near the witch stone that was in his bag, or there's something about it that is like literally alluring and enticing that like draws you in.
And is it already magical, or do you enchant it as you're doing the jam?
I think Eugene is like whipping it together real quick and not like thinking about it, but just wanting this to work. So he's not like actively trying to cast a spell, but I think he puts a little bit of magic into it.
Got it. All right. Why don't you give me a roll for that? Because
Can I cast the Goodwill spell
sure.
in this opportunity? So you create an atmosphere conducive to friendliness and good spirits. All fellowship tests within the area of effect receive a bonus of +10.
Ooh, okay, very nice. Yeah, and that'll help
So
out everyone else's rolls.
Yeah.
Now remember, you have to verbalize the spell. So
So Eugene is like, just like kind of, he does that quiet muttering to himself. But he also has fast hands, so it's really hard to see him. Where are...
just so you guys know, the more powerful the spell, the louder you have to speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes total sense.
It's in the rule book. That's why they're like, with the really powerful spells, you literally have to shout it.
That's terrifying. That's really good to know, because I was like, oh, there's some of these spells that are like 10, but I mean, that makes sense because it takes so long to cast them as well.
Yeah.
Is it? Goodwill.
I really just want to miscast so I can roll on the chaos table.
The table.
The deformity table.
Oh no! It's like when magic goes awry in this game, it does like all sorts of weird shit. Like, you know,
Goes sideways pretty bad.
Yeah, it can cause all sorts of crazy stuff to happen.
Not necessarily bad stuff, just stuff.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
What skills? Okay, spells. Sorry, guys. It's. Oh.
While you're looking it up, how about someone else queues up what they are doing to assist, and then you'll get the +10 fellowship roll, assuming that.
Right. I'm going to use charm.
Charm.
And how charm is going to help is I'm just generally going to try to engage a little bit and
Oh,
sell.
casting failed.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was the charm roll.
No.
Okay, what does that mean? 98.
I mean, it's just a failure.
Okay, so it doesn't actually result in a
What's apply goodwill? Why do I have an apply goodwill button?
because
That's Eugene.
That's like
did you? But wait, did you roll? Oh no.
That was Eugene's roll.
I haven't rolled yet.
That means
Yeah.
like, if it succeeded, then
We could apply goodwill.
yeah.
Yeah, you would all get +10 on
because
fellowship
that's
checks.
Oh,
that's
so
the outcome.
do you need the crit fail in order for it to do the
So wait. So what did Eugene's crit success get us?
His crit.
Well, yeah. So actually, you know what, dude? Because you got the crit success, if you want, you can convert that to have the spell succeed as the as the benefit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Perfect. All right, guys. So, well, one, not only does it succeed, but like, dude, the ink that you chose is really fantastic. It really adds a lot of pop to the drawing or the
outcome.
flip book, I guess. Okay, so now your charm roll. and you get a.
Yeah, so I'm going to do charm. My strategy on this, in case it changes the difficulty or anything about the plausibility of this thing, is just to like really be super into the drawing. Like, oh, this is great. This is worth something here. Here we go. Watch this, and I roll charm. Just challenging, standard difficulty.
Yeah, but you get a +10 on it from the goodwill.
Where do I put this in this? So I just go one. No, there's no option for plus. Where do I hit?
There's a modifier.
Is it modifier or
in the top left corner?
Or advantage?
Modifier.
Here, I'm going to actually just apply the goodwill to your character. Hold on, I'm going to select all of.
And just see if it auto adds it.
Yeah, I think it will.
I think it did actually, because I think it might have already done it.
Oh, did you click the apply goodwill button?
I did not. Here, I'm going to try that. Hold on.
But do all of us?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you guys.
all of you get it.
Yeah.
So do we all hit the same button then?
Well, I can't hit it. I have to hit it. It says select a target,
Yeah,
and
I've got it.
Oh.
I've got you guys.
The weird thing is,
Thank you,
when I
Lyle.
here, I'm going to just roll, and then let's see what happens. Whether the 10.
Wait,
is...
no, I'm almost there.
Oh, all right, that roll didn't count.
So you got
would have gotten a.
You got it,
66,
yeah.
Mhm.
So you're good.
Marginal failure.
Yeah.
so marginal success, right?
Yeah, marginal success. Yeah.
Okay.
So the 10 mattered, and for the other two, Mick and Kwame, I've already
Mick, you gonna roll a charm to help me?
charm.
I'm not going to roll charm because Mick, I don't think even disguise could succeed with charm.
Charm.
I could do, let's see, I've got haggle. I could do intuition and try to find out like something about this guy,
That's a good call.
or perception. I also have haggle or bribery.
I would say maybe bribery.
Let's try bribery. Mick's going to kind of look him over and see, like, try to gauge if this is going to work, and does he need to start jangling his coin pouch?
Right.
Hey, Lyle.
Yes.
Our call is going to end in 5 minutes. Free group calls have a limit of 1 hour.
What?
Oh, yes!
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
You have a 14? How do you have a 14 out of bribery?
14. That's amazing. Hold on, let me switch over to. Sorry, thank you, Sean. Let's see. It's weird. Enjoy longer free group calls limited to 1 hour. What? I thought, are they no longer giving this shit away for free?
They are not.
Wow. When did that change?
I don't know.
Within the last week.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Let's just like when it runs out. How about we just all join next week's call? I guess.
Okay.
What if we just rejoin this? I mean, isn't it the same? I always join this using the same code. Is there another?
Might be
It's like the
same.
ev do asterisk or something like that.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Google. We now interrupt our fun gaming because Google is fucking with us.
Is not giving us free stuff anymore.
Dude.
Damn Google.
What?
You
It's not
have
free.
Google.
It's not free, Damien. You are the product. Like you are selling yourself right now.
Not the first time.
All right, guys, let's go join next week's call.
Okay.
All right, I'll see y'all over there.
Oh, it knows.
Oh God, do you see the message? It's like,
Oh.
your call ends in 3 minutes.
Are we done with Google? Should I send you guys a Teams link?
Lol.
That was a joke.
I was like, I don't know what Teams is.
What about Zoom? Are you guys? I have a Zoom Pro account.
Do I even have Zoom on this computer?
Zoom's pretty sketch. So
Doesn't it first hoover
I
up
do.
all of your personal data and ship it to Vladimir Putin's technical assistant?
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
it ships it to me, and then I ship it to Putin.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I do
Or
have
like-
Zoom installed. I don't know about the rest of you though. I'm gonna try to create an entirely new event, guys,
Okay.
and we'll see how smart it is. I'll call it an entirely new event
Okay. So
without the same participants. Okay, there we go. Let's see if Google figures that one out.
Are you Gmailing it to us?
Yeah, hold on one second. I mean, I'll paste it into chat as well.
Oh, cool.
So Damien,
Oh no, then all our watchers can join.
Sean.
There will be chaos.
God, I hope so. That'd be so great. If like
Oh no,
one
I
or
would
two.
be totally down. We could make pogs.
Oh yeah, we could just give them an NPC. Just
Oh my gosh, the
public
judge.
service. If there's to all of the many viewers on this campaign, we would like to engage in a form of progressive art where the audience becomes the art. You are invited to play Mick for 5 minutes in turn.
5
anything
minutes
you want.
in game time.
Yeah, exactly. Mixed body, exactly, which is several days of playtime, and the mixed body becomes yours to control. Do anything you want. Just leave it mostly playable by the next.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Yeah.
Disclaimer. Don't be weird.
Okay, I'm pasting it into chat now. I'll see you guys in that one. We'll see if it works.
Bye.
Yeah.
Haha.
That was awesome. I was still on the ask to join screen and it wasn't letting me in, but somehow the audio just played David going, haha. Like it was such a perfect segue into that call. You have no idea the UX of that. Like, it's weird as shit that it was bleeding audio into my earphone before I had drawn any other thing related to the call. But
Oh, Ken's trying to join.
So don't shit talk someone as you add them to the call.
Right.
Noted. Oh god, it's
Right.
Jason. Click at. Oh, you heard
yeah.
that.
yeah, I know, dude. On corporate calls, that's a nightmare is what that is.
And
God, this client.
Like,
I got to move everybody's names because, of course, when everyone joined, they come in on a different spot.
Oh, different order.
Yeah.
You should just leave us however we came in.
Yeah,
But you really should. You really should.
Just let the audience figure it out.
Let it happen.
But I have to
Right.
get the names underneath you, though. There's my name.
He's like, no, order, organize.
It's true. I'm sorry, guys.
so my
No
kids
apologies
are
needed.
my kids are animal sitting. The neighbor's animals. Their little girl has a bunny, a parakeet, and 2 fish in her bedroom. It's the cutest goddamn thing. Well, my
Funny.
sister or my daughter, my 9-year-old daughter, has not been able to find the parakeet for about 48 hours because it's allowed out of the cage.
Oh, no.
So today I went over to look for the parakeet and I found it dead
Oh, God.
Oh.
under the bed, back behind a bunch of toys piled in the corner.
Oh.
So then I called the mother of the little 9-year-old girl who owns the parakeet, 10-year-old girl.
Mhm.
And then we discussed funeral arrangements. And now I have a parakeet in a Ziploc in a Tupperware frozen in my 0-degree chest freezer in the basement such that
Mhm.
young Clover, age 10, could come home and have an appropriate burial for her parakeet.
You're doing
Was
it wrong. So
restitution also
really what you
discussed?
should have done is you should have found a similar enough parakeet to pass, purchased it, and charged the mother. Okay?
Oh wow. Yeah. Different approach.
Yeah.
It's a different approach. And the way to do that would have been to take the parakeet to the pet store.
Okay.
Hold it
up.
This.
Hold it up.
I mean, they're pretty good friends of ours. So first I would try to get a refund or an exchange.
Like, this one's
This is
not
a Monty
working.
Python skit, right? Isn't this a Monty Python skit?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to return this one.
All right.
It's
The
effective.
parakeet is dead. It's totally defective.
It's not working.
I wonder what's happening to that parakeet in your freezer right
You know
now.
what? You know what the fucked up thing is? Someone has done that. Someone in the United States has brought a parakeet to a pet store and said, like, I want a refund.
This one is
It had to have happened. It had to have happened.
definitely.
Okay. So let's see. I think someone was in the midst of doing their charm roll. Is that right?
Mick.
I think I rolled it and succeeded, but just.
Nick was trying to bribe, but
yes, it
somehow
was-
ended
Yeah,
up with an impressive failure, even though I've got 2 of those icons on my character now. The bonus icons.
How did it get 14, dude? I think your character sheet's become cursed. Look at that. It was 14 and it was 108. like, did it wrap around?
Wraparound, spoken like a Gen Xer.
That's
A guy who played cabinet form factor video games with 8-bit numerics. Like here's
Yeah. Hey. Okay, Ken. We're just gonna ignore what you did, but why don't you practice rolling for a little bit to see if you can reproduce this?
Well, I do want to say
Well, okay, so look at bribery is not the skill I should have used.
no. Mick has a 24 in bribery,
It's bad.
so
Oh, so
it should have been. You
penalty
should have had a
applied?
34 on the roll,
Yeah.
not a 14. So I think you had a -10 when you should have had a +10.
Oh, I wonder if
So-
there's a bug in good fortune or whatever.
And
Because
goodwill.
yeah. It does have a -10 in the modifier box, but why would that be?
All right, let's keep going. We'll figure that out on your next roll. So the guy, he's impressed. Like this is way better than the wood cutting that he had before. And so he leans in. He's like, I'm not supposed to tell anyone this. I can't. This is kind of personal information. What's the European Union thing? What do they call it? PII.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is PII. But yeah, the Judge Richter, he's got a place in, and he busts out a convenient map of Bogenhofen for you guys.
Oh wow, this map's convenient.
Yeah, really convenient. He says, yeah, he lives down off the Bergenstrasse, right around here, and he jabs his finger like just off the Bergenstrasse near the gate on the southwest corner of town. He's like, can't miss it. It's the biggest house in the block.
Wait, did I successfully make a booklet for him?
Oh yeah, dude, you made a great booklet. Like it was excellent. He was truly impressed.
Okay. I feel like that may become a sub, we have our food cart, sure, but we may also be making
Going into porn,
going into porn. Exactly.
medieval porn.
Yeah, and so everyone
Christ,
for
a
your,
lot of
your
that is a
There's money to be made, my
your-
friends.
your
like
money
that's a much
skills
faster path to riches than
at-
this casterly
Holding.
fortune.
Why did I just experience award -20?
No, it's 20. It's not -20.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
me,
I should put a note in. 20 experience for your excellent creation of medieval titulalia.
Titalacia.
That's
Call me,
it.
has your work
Titalacia.
ever been in a gallery?
Well, I've thought about showing, but I've just been shy. I'm more.
You should exhibit. You should definitely exhibit.
Okay.
I
Everyone,
mean,
you should-
Bogenhofen's
you
the perfect time. It's a festival. We could do just like a little booth of your work, get your name out there.
Ooh, this is good.
By the way, my art is very sea inspired, so it's like tattoo art with mermaids, but it's not that. It's pornographic in nature.
Got it.
Oh, that's good. That's super good.
So is it in those like couple of like primary colors, or is it all just black?
It's black with hash marks to indicate shading. Yeah.
So
Cool.
there is a several art galleries in the Artisans District, which is over here on the right hand side of town, just north of where you guys are staying at the Journey's End Inn. So if you did want to pursue this little side hobby, you can.
Not
go
the
for
worst
it.
time.
And by the way, everyone should click on the receive button in chat.
Oh, everyone.
Yes, everyone, please. Excellent role playing. That's good stuff. All right. So, yeah, the dude's giving you a pretty good. He leans forward. He says, "Name's Lucius, by the way. If you ever make any more of these pamphlets, let me know."
You got a repeat customer.
We shall call him Lucius the Perv.
Yeah, Lucius the Perv.
Yep.
Yeah. It's what his
So,
parents called it.
Does your algorithm now identify that Lucius likes dick pics? So then the next porn will be somehow connected to dick pics.
Mm-hmm.
Lucius has got multiple things going on in his life, and you don't have to judge him for his taste. Okay.
Yeah, the algorithm is
Many
relentless, though.
tastes.
It's gonna not just zone in on dick pics. It's gonna be hue, shape, can't, all the things.
And that's the thing. Lucius actually gets judged all the time. It's like a job risk for him. These assholes and judges are constantly doing it to him. So he appreciates your, how discreet you guys are. And
If
non-judgment.
anything, that
Straight-
is what we are.
Wow.
All right. I feel well,
Mick can barely maintain his disguise. He's just like, what?
I feel a little uncomfortable with how my art is being used right now, so I'd like to go on to the next phase here.
Yeah.
Um,
What is the yeah? We need to move on to the next phase, but I want to know this the sort of cinematic action hero team where there is one cynic who is as morally evolved and deeply cynical of the actions of the rest of the group, and yet doesn't ever leave. Relative, to, you know what I mean? Is it narratively has ever been a thing? Because it really should be. It's like the A team, except if one member just thought the rest of them were utter reprobates and hated their decisions, and yet he kept going along.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Is that Boss Hog?
Boss Hog. Like, he tries to stop him, but does he really?
He needs them. He needs
He
them.
needs them
Yeah.
just like they need
Yeah,
him.
that's true, dude. You've just taken that show, which is a metaphor for white supremacy, to another level of collusion. Like it's baked in a way I didn't even see until now. David,
Nope.
that's genius.
I don't know if it's a metaphor for white supremacy. I mean, it's got the stars and bars on a car that's just like driving
No, it's
around
subtle. It's
in
subtle
a
allegory,
town with
Ken.
no living black people.
It's like a very indirect retelling of a deeply held national myth. All right, let's move on.
All right.
Let's go to the residents.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys make your way down the Bergstrasse. If someone wants to maneuver the party token, it'll actually shift the map over for our one viewer. I have to think about it.
Just for you, viewer.
Should I do it?
are we down to one viewer?
I'm doing it.
No,
Do
no,
we
we
have-
have two.
Wait, no,
We
I
have-
don't. Okay,
we
I
have
need a new
Nugget.
rule. No
We have
viewer
Nugget.
count.
No viewer.
No,
count.
we have two viewers. You guys got to share the link, man. I don't know what
Yeah.
you guys are doing, but I'm doing all the work here.
I am not sharing.
There is no way.
Nobody knows
Wait,
you'll
with
get that
people.
link. Sean.
Wait,
I'm
Sean,
glad
you can-
I'm glad your two friends are on, Sean.
One of
But
them's
you
my
can share
brother.
it with people we know. You
Okay.
can like share it with people who know us. Is that what you mean?
Novel idea. Count me out.
I'm still dying on Kent's point about Dukes of Hazzard actually not being that subtle at all. Oh Christ. Okay.
All right,
Are
what
we
are
at
we
the
doing
house?
here? What are we doing here?
We're going to the house.
All right, yeah, you guys. So you roll a right on Bergstrasse, right where Lucius told you it was, and yeah, you see that you're at like the biggest house on the block. It's probably his.
All right.
I feel like Siren should take the lead on this one.
Well, I still think think Kwame is like Kwame takes care of these things for me. So I thinking we may be observed from the window. I fall into character. I point to Kwame with kind of a dismissive finger point like this, and wave him up to the door, and then look a little bit bored as if he's already taking too long even before the gesture is done. But as he walks past, I give him a wink, but kind of a condescending wink. Like it's a wink to suggest, we're peers in this charade, but really we're not. So anyway, go ahead, Kwame.
So Kwame picks up on the many layers of your communication, and he thinks you're a douchebag.
He's not
Eugene casts goodwill apparently, and we get a failed casting off of that.
That's
So
maybe why you have a negative.
So Kwame wanders up to the door. He knocks briskly on the door and he listens carefully for any sound from inside.
Mick's going to be looking for windows and back doors while we're there too. Any other way in or out?
Dude's dead. He's in his parlor dead. I guarantee that's the depths of this adventure. Also, to be clear, Siren's moral arc over the next 5 or 6 years of gaming will definitely be to stop being an asshole. Just FYI, it's worth investing. But go on.
Yeah, someone's thrown open the front window as if to let in air, and like the houses are all like kind of Amsterdam style. There's like a house, and then like literally at the same part of the structure is another house.
Mhm.
So there's no kind of back alley. You could go around the other side, like all the way to the other side of the street, Mick. But otherwise, there's no like kind of way to get in through the back that you can see. But the window's open.
Very San Francisco.
So
by
do,
the way,
do I hear anything from inside?
You don't. And the door is a beautiful carved oak with a description of an owl on the top.
An owl.
An owl.
Is the window low enough? Can Mick like peek his head in?
Probably. There's like cloth blinds going down, but you could, if you wanted to, you could like, here's Mick.
He's gonna just poke his head in and just act like the stupid servant and be like, "Are we going? Wait, are we going as Lord Siren to this? Are we introducing ourselves as?"
No, we're Castor.
This is Castor. Mick opens the window and says, "Master Liebering and party."
That's
Kind
amazing.
of looks around, trying to get whatever he can see inside.
Yeah, sure.
Castor's looking world weary and sort of over all of this, in case anyone can see him.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
you see a well-appointed house on the inside. There's lots of books. Looks like expensive furniture, and a woman comes bustling through the other side. She's probably in her mid-50s, and she's wearing a housekeeper's uniform. And she tilts her head sideways, and she says to you, "Haven't you ever learned to knock?" And she comes and she opens the door and gives you like an incredulous look. She's like, "Yes? Can I help you?"
At least you didn't say I. So Kwame is going to look at her. He's going to say, Lord Liebering is here to speak with your master. Please do not delay. Lord Liebering does not like to be delayed.
Liebering? Wow. I'm sorry.
Castor Liebering. Castor Liebering.
The magistrate is feeling indisposed right now, and as she's saying that, you see a dude coming behind her, dressed in a physician's outfit, and he goes bustling past her, and he says to her, after giving you guys a look, he says, "Gertie, it doesn't look good. I have to go back to the Physicians Guild, and I'm not sure what's wrong with him."
And I at that point I yell in a loud clarion voice, the voice of nobility and leadership. "We may have information germane to his diagnosis."
Ooh.
Can I get a Gertie's a little, she's
Intimidate?
You can do intimidate if you want. Yeah, pick your social. I mean, however you want to do it. You can either intimidate or charm.
Yeah.
Just make.
It's intimidate. This
challenge.
is definitely intimidate because I'm not trying to ingratiate myself.
Got
I'm
it.
trying to sort of bowl him over with alphaness and authoritativeness. So
Okay.
And Castor's standing next to a man dressed like a plague doctor. So,
Exactly.
like, I think that brings some credence to his statement.
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, totally.
All right. I'll give you
Okay.
plus 20 on the roll.
Okay, so that means I just make it average.
Yeah, average.
All right.
Oh, nice.
27.
Astounding success.
Plus
Really?
6.
Really
That's
good.
great.
Yeah,
That's great.
the tone of your voice.
Yeah, that's a plus 9
wow. The
because
fact
of
that
menacing.
You have a plague doctor next to you. It's all quite impressive, and he's like, "Well, Gertie, it looks like you're in good hands. Frightly sorry, I have another patient to see." And he hurries off.
No,
Wow.
the physician's opinion is critical here. You must take the information we've got, provide your evaluation, and then if you must go. But this may be darker forces than even you can imagine.
So you're gonna try to stop
We
him.
may
from
need
leaving?
Yeah, no, I put my hands. But now it's a gentle, loving touch, and I explained to him, we may need your, not that loving, not that gentle. You know what I mean? And then we may need
Condescending.
we may need your insight and your expertise. We also may need a referral to a specialist. If not, I'm sure his insurance won't cover it.
All right.
I mean, we intimidated everybody in sight with that plus 9 success level.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty good.
Yeah, he's bowled over.
Yeah.
So, and then I quickly explained to him
I'm gonna
before
make
he can even begin to argue.
1d100.
I explained that we have just come from a rescue mission to meet with and extract from a dark undead imprisonment a mentee of this magistrate, and we discovered him laid low at the hands of darkness, at the hands of Zinch and the undead. And we believe that some of that darkness may be at work here in the illness of this magistrate.
So now the physician definitely wants to get out of there. I'm going to do a 1d100, and if I get a 1 to 5, he summons the will to escape. Otherwise, on a 5 to 100, he will stay. Okay.
You privately rolled some dice.
Yeah. It was private? You guys didn't see that roll?
Yeah, we didn't see
That was
that.
all.
Oh, hold
Yes.
on. Because I had the private. Yeah, hold on. Let's do it
Spooky.
again. Yeah. Forgot that I could do that. Okay. He's like, well, very, very well. He kind of deflates a little bit. He's like, should we see him to your master? And Gertie is all about getting a second opinion. So she's like, yes. And she waves you in. And you guys go through the house. And it's there's books around. There's a very nice quill pen on the table as you're walking past, in case anyone wants to try to steal it.
Mick.
Ooh.
Mick.
Who would do such a thing?
Oh, Mick is definitely casing the joint. Oh, hell yes. I'm looking for like candlesticks, you know.
Yeah, the books look valuable. The quill pen though looks very nice.
All right, Mick notes that.
Yeah, Mick's moral pliability, but most at work when it's deeply strategically disadvantageous to us.
It's like a wealthy patron. This is the perfect target for Mick.
We're doing him a favor, and he's probably not going to pay us. We got to get paid somehow.
Yeah. He's gonna be dead before we leave this house, guaranteed. If we get the
A
passphrase,
favor.
it'll be a miracle. All right, so do we get led to this this ill person?
You do, and you guys come into the back room, and you see a dude probably in his 60s, pretty fat. He's a big guy though. Looks like maybe when he was a younger man, he was probably like a big lad, kind of like your size, Siren.
Yeah.
And he's laid up in the bed. His eyes are closed. It looks like maybe he's been sedated. And the doctor to you, Eugene, says, "Yeah, I've looked him over. It's he said he was having trouble breathing,
Trouble breathing. Okay.
and he's got a fever.
Fever. How hot? Like, is it really bad? I think Eugene at this point like goes over and starts examining him as like
Totally.
the physician's talking to him.
Yeah, he was boiling up, and you can tell that like he's probably somewhere 105 plus. He's pretty feverish. And
What have you given him? He seems sedated. Have you applied any ointments, any poultices?
Yeah, I gave him milk of the poppy.
Okay, milk of the poppy. How much?
Just a little bit. I didn't want to give too much in case it could put him into a stupor from which he would be unable to recover. So just enough to put him to sleep. He was really suffering.
So Eugene is going to make an examination of this man, but he wants the physician there so he can like ask him like related questions like, have you done this test? Have you done this? So he's trying to like get a diagnosis and have the other physician to like sound things off of.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, why don't you give me a do your thing, man?
Heal check.
Yeah, I think heal check's probably good.
And then do I get a bonus because the physician is there who's already spent time with him?
Yeah. He kind of walks you through what he's looked at. I'll give you plus 20.
Cool. So Eugene like is like very much in his like zone. But I think the reason it's not a bigger success is like the vocabulary the physician has from like the Physician's Guild is very different than like Eugene's vocabulary. So Eugene does succeed in something, but it's not as great as it could have been.
Got it. Yeah, and he kind of notices that the words you're using and like the techniques you're using are a little different, maybe even provincial. And he says under his breath, he says, "You are licensed by the Physician's Guild, aren't you, sir?" Yes.
My master is in charge of all of my licensing.
We
He kind of looks over at Caster, like,
we combat darknesses far beyond the mere physiological, the mere explicable with empiricism and your ways. Though we honor your ways, we battle darknesses beyond that. Here is what this man must need to know. And then I point to Eugene. Eugene, explain to him that unless we can recover the personal effects of my heritage, those of Castor, we will not be able to bring the herb to bear on his illness. Then I explain, we, not 4 hours ago, were pressing a stake into the heart of the undead in the basement of Spitalfield Tenement, from whence this disease comes. This is beyond you. This is beyond you. Stand down. Damien, get the passphrase. Or I mean, Eugene, get the, not you, you're the, Eugene, get the passphrase, such that we may seek the herb.
So what'd you roll, by the way? I was reading docs. What'd you get?
I got a success.
Okay. So, yeah.
Were you doing some email? It feels like work.
Yeah.
You're catching up on some mail.
No,
Here Caster goes.
you'll laugh at. I was reading the litany of pestilence. So yeah, it's interesting.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
His head is swollen, dude. His head is bigger than like you think it should be, and
Yeah.
The other thing you notice is that it's subtle, but it's there. His face has kind of turned like a plumish color, kind of red. And this gives you an idea. You think maybe you've seen something like this before, and you pop open his mouth and look at his tongue, and you see that his tongue is really purple, and also that the tongue is swollen, and then it all lines up for you. You know what it is. It's purple brain fever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a page for that, or is it in the wonderful
It might be
Foundry?
It might be there. But
Diseases?
it's probably in diseases. Yeah. Let's see.
And I turn to Mick. I turn to Mick as I see Eugene uncover these symptoms, and I say, Mick, let not this physician leave us. He remains.
Mick draws his dirk. Smiles.
A little servant pulls a knife.
Is there a section on diseases? Let's see.
There is. It's very or in the book or on the website on the Foundry.
In Foundry, yeah.
Foundry, there is. It is not in that.
All right. So here, I'm gonna give you a quick handout.
Cool.
Because I don't think it's there.
So I think as soon as Eugene realizes what it is, he like kind of stands up and declares it.
Yeah, you're like purple brain fever.
It's like they're like the gears kind of clicked into place for him as he kind of like was muttering and peering around, and he's just like, "Oh, duh, it's purple brain fever."
Wither your medical certification now, quack.
All right, here, I'm gonna make you a new journal entry. Purple brain fever. It's like something that Prince may have had.
All princes in this world have purple brain fever.
Oh God. Yeah, like that's such a deep cut. Like the overlap of Prince fans and Warhammer fantasy roleplay 4th edition. Like
And our fan.
exactly right. Guaranteed. Like
That's the one.
Right. Yeah.
We see you, fan.
Yeah. Yeah, he's playing Raspberry Beret right now.
He's like turning it up, drowning us out.
Right. Well, me. He's got a
Selective volume control.
right. He just watches my mouth.
Our one,
He's just like
our one fan is Sean's brother. Right?
Oh, it's Dean.
Oh, wait, Dean! Dean, get in here. What are you doing, dude? Seriously, someone said Dean the link.
It's gonna mess up my carefully set up fucking pictures. Here.
Too bad, Dean.
Sorry, Dean. Dean's
Stay
like,
out, Dean. Nobody said Dean the link.
For the record, I invited Dean with this campaign a long time ago.
He was. No, totally.
And he said no.
Oh, snap.
Because he's like, I have to keep playing with y'all every week.
He's got it. He's like, he has
I know Sean enough as it is.
All right,
He's an outcomes-oriented individual, and
there you go.
This is not the game for that. Okay.
It's this slow motion power gaming.
The litany of
It's-
pestilence. Purple brain fever is a fear disease. It causes the head to swell. So I think Eugene is just listing all of this out. Like he kind of is like, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is this, and then he's like, how long has he had it?
He got sick last night or yesterday afternoon. He came home sick. Said he wasn't feeling well.
Is it extremely contagious?
So by
No.
your guess, it's fully incubated. It probably incubated yesterday, and then he's in the first or second day of it.
No,
Do we know of any treatment?
yes.
Yeah. So, can I get another roll from you, sir?
No.
This one.
Because I can just cure diseases.
Oh, you can just straight up cure it?
I can just straight up cure it.
oh snap!
How can I share a spell, or do I just have to roll it?
We need to make sure that the physician's not watching this.
No, exactly.
He needs to leave the room.
Or Gertie?
I mean, Eugene is very subtle. Like he does have a trait that makes it really hard to see when he is.
Once
Casting?
once Mick sort of starts seeing what's happening, he immediately he's still got his dirk in his hand. He gestures for the physician to step over to him. So like his back is to Eugene. Because we don't want him to even think that we're doing spells.
Got it. His name, by the way, I'll paste into chat. It's Dr. Heikendorn. Hold on. Chat. There it is.
Where? What?
Cool.
No, was I totally wrong? Oh, there it is. Nostrum. Oh, I took the wrong one. Shit.
Did you not take cure disease?
I did,
You
but
can-
I
you can
took
ch-
the wrong one.
you-
I
you-
took the one that makes you forget someone, which is not the spell I want.
You can change your mind.
Yeah, I just added the wrong one to my sheet because one's Nostrum and one's Nepenthe, and I'm like, none of those words register in my brain. Wait.
Wow, this is nice. You guys, if this works, you'll have cut out a whole step.
So Eugene's going to spend some time doing this. So the first thing he has to do is he has to make some kind of elixir or drought. So he just kind of whips together some like warm water and tea, stuff that would like normally bring inflammation down. So it's just kind of like a generic kind of tonic that he uses the various ingredients he has in his bag to create. And then he's going to spend 30 minutes casting the spell so that he gets a +10 to it.
Got it.
Because he's kind of taking his time, and I think
Are you gonna go to like a separate room away from?
Oh yeah,
Dr.
we're gonna make sure
Hardcore?
that both the doctor and probably
Gertie
Kwame
are-
needs
are
to help with
isolated
this.
from him?
Yeah, the doctor and the servant, or we're gonna block the door. Maybe Kwame just stand in front of the thing.
Got it.
And Mick's just gonna go into the other room and just say we need to let the doctor do his work.
Awfully strange how Mick's now good with like crazy magic like this.
Well, I don't think
He's
it's
not
crazy
good with this.
Oh, I see. So what's going on in Mick's head? Is he conflicted? Like what's happening?
Well, we gotta. He knows what Eugene's gonna try to do. He's not gonna be able to stop him, and so and this is an important thing. So yeah, it's not good. We don't want any non-coms to see this. But yeah, he's worried because he feels like he's going to have to go in and eat more corruption.
More of Eugene's corruption.
I'd like. So, is the doctor still here?
Mick moved the doctor out of the room,
Okay.
and you're going to block the door so the servant doesn't go in.
Which both
Yeah,
Gertie
and we-
and the doctor objected to, by the way, but they did it because of your previous intimidating sort of main. But you can see that neither of them was happy about it.
So I'm just gonna close the door and hold it closed, and I'm much more likely to be able to keep that door closed than they are to be able to open it.
But wait, we want to be out there with them so they don't like run away or anything, right? We want to keep them, or do we want to let them go?
Yeah, are you guys just gonna leave?
I think the
there?
physician can.
I'm gonna go out with them. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them and be like, no, just our doctor knows what he's doing.
Mick will go out with Kwame.
All right. Can I get some small talk rolls from you guys?
I'd like to roll, but I can't roll because the thing disappeared.
Wait, are we not? I thought our plan was to hold them through like force. Like at that point, the doctor demonstrated his incompetence, and we need to understand what we need to do a show of pressing the doctor for his failures in front of the magistrate after we successfully heal him.
I just put your tokens on the map in case you want to select yourselves.
I think that
So
the doctor is a secondary player for later interrogation in front of the magistrate.
well, that's why I think Kwame and Mick should not let the doctor or anyone leave just yet.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what am I supposed to roll? I can't find it.
I was some kind of social check. It could be fellowship if you just want to do a.
What are some other social checks that I could use?
Could I use intuition to try to
I
figure out?
think I'd like to use intimidate.
I mean, yeah, it's all up to you, man. It's like if fellowship would have been like, wow, nice weather we're having, and like, oh, would you like some tea? Whereas if you want to use intimidate, you can do that too, man.
You know, it'd be a shame if when you were going down the stairs here, you tripped and fell and broke your neck.
Something like that.
It's real subtle.
That's my difficulty. He's already intimidated, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give you a plus 20. So
Mick can make it intimidate or support.
And then
Yeah.
if you fail, break his neck.
Marginal failure, 87 versus 83,
Oof.
How did Mick
and
do?
plus 3 success. So
Okay, so yeah,
I
Mick
feel
would
like
have
overall they
no,
got intimidated.
No, Mick would have given you the plus 10, but still, like, it
Okay.
goes over like a wet fart, dude. Like they're like, Gertie gives you a look. Dr. What's his name again? Heinzkraft. Dr. Heinzkraft gives you a look. It's no Heikendorn. But you know they're vested. They want to stay there. They want to see what's up. So 30 minutes goes by, and do you want to make your
Sure
your
do.
spell check?
So is Caster has Saren been in the room with Eugene the entire time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Eugene just looks like he's making a tonic. Like there's nothing extremely magical or creepy or like odd about this.
Mm-hmm.
So Eugene is going to cast.
Okay.
I get a plus 10 modifier because it took half an hour. Come on. Yep.
Okay. Whoa! Look at that. 85. dude.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
yes.
Good. That's pretty good.
So now I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Was he suffering from other diseases? You know, did he have like heart disease, maybe some cancer?
Hmm.
Because for every plus 2 SL on this, I can cure 1 extra disease.
Oh my god.
Oh snap, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he had onset of early Alzheimer's.
Okay.
And dude, this is gonna do wonders for his career. He could like have like another 20 years on the bench with this.
Mhm.
And then 2, he had liver disease from too much drinking.
Where did Eugene get stem cells? I mean, that's sort of a
Oh man.
From the
there's a
chaos realm.
whole dark thing about that.
It's
Yeah.
Witchstone.
Man, if they could just do you have like the amount of drinking I would do if you could just do a hard restart, like a clean OS install on my liver?
Just Saren, that's why you don't know what's happening. So will the magistrate have a more favorable opinion of Hedgefolk because of this? If he's going to have such a longer and distinguished career, I think this gives him a like positive image of Hedgefolk.
Mm.
Well, he's still unconscious.
Well, yeah, but I mean, once he wakes up, like,
Yeah, but you'll have to somehow communicate that, and
Okay.
I assure you, you will have another opportunity.
cool. So I think Eugene kind of gives him the thing is like hopeful that it's worked, but he doesn't know usually until it's like applied to someone whether it's cured. And then he kind of steps back and tells Siren, I think it should work.
I peek in the door because I'm curious, and I realize what's happening. And in my mind's eye, I realize that we have a judge in our pocket now, and I just like grin a little private secret grin and close the door again.
I kneel.
when he-
Siren kneels at the side of the magistrate, and knowing that the risk of transmission has passed, although he looks to Eugene and says, Eugene, the risk of transmission has passed, correct?
You're fine.
And knowing that, he kneels and holds the judge's hand warmly like this. Like his hand, like Siren's right hand holds the judge's palm, and Siren's left hand encloses the top of his hand. And just like so lightly and so lovingly, and he waits for him to regain consciousness and lucidity.
While Kwame opens the door and the other two's their attention immediately pivots to the door, Mick swipes the pen.
Ah. Okay. You don't even have to.
An
roll for it.
opportunist.
It's
Of course he does. Of course he does.
yeah. All right. Fine.
Right,
Roll
like-
for it.
Mick,
Roll
you had
for it.
one job. You keep the doctor in a box because we're gonna need to use him as a pawn in our little theater of enlistment. But that's okay. That's
All right.
okay.
Let me. Let me get a check from you, sir. How
Yes.
about?
They were distracted.
They were.
Very
It's gonna
easy,
be
right?
really, really easy.
Also, it's a tiny item.
Is this a talent you have? No, I guess it's a skill. What is
Sleight of
this?
hand.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
sleight of hand. Yeah, there it is. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're pretty good at it. How
You said that-
about?
It should be at least
Uh,
easy.
No, I'm gonna make it very easy.
Oh, nice.
Watch him mess this up.
There's no way.
Wasn't gonna happen.
No way.
Because it's like less than 0 or less than 100. Yeah, dude, you swipe it. It's a nice pen. You now have in your possession a beautiful antique fountain pen.
Ooh, antique.
Wow.
You can see, by the way, his initials have been carved into it.
We'll have to buff those out.
I know a guy. All right.
No, real cheap.
And it looks like you can immediately tell that his breathing eases. He's he starts to come to, and he wakes up, and he sees you, and he's like, Gertie,
Your Honor. Gertie is safe. Gertie is safe. Your doctor failed utterly in his mission of saving you. My physic, Eugene, cured you of the purple brain disease. I am Castor Liberum, and I
Eugene
bring to
doesn't
you.
correct them.
Wait, what did I call you?
The on the disease.
Oh yeah, that doesn't matter at all. And then I bring to you healing, deep healing, merely in the nick of time, and have extended your career in the judiciary by at least 20 years through the noble efforts of my manservant and physic here, Eugene. Also, though, I bring you fell news from Spitalfield Tenement. Tell me when you're ready to hear that news.
Yes. Tell me.
And so then I tell him then, for the sake of narrative compression, the story of how we went looking for for his mentee, and how we discovered him deceased, and how we drove a stake through the heart of the undead, and released from its quarantine and mystery the underprivilege of Spitalfield, and now we're here to complete the final step in recovering my amnesiac identity and blah 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 blah, all that stuff.
So you like spill the whole story, like what you're doing, what you're
Yeah,
looking
totally.
for, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but in a very succinct and charming way. Yeah.
Got it. So as you're explaining, he listens attentively. He's still like a little dazed, but
He's a little high.
yeah, he's
That
a little.
opium.
It's just like I like him. That's what I'm hoping for.
He is, but throughout it though, he asks you these like really pertinent and like relevant questions. Even though he's dazed, you can tell that the dude is like all over his like facts and
Yeah,
stuff. Like
Sharp as a whip.
Yeah.
he's very skilled.
Yeah, and I am sure to pay that its correct due. I say your questions are so pertinent and sharp.
Yeah. You also detect what is almost certainly an accent from Nuln. Like this dude is not a local to Bogenhofen. He's almost certainly from the city of Nuln.
which is where the Lieberings trade with.
Yes, Lieberings are from Nuln as well. And then once you find when you reveal the amnesia and the fact that you're Castor, he like blinks and he's like, Castor, it is you. My God. He's like, I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't aged at all, man. How do you do it?
That is merely the genetics of the noble, and the ministrations of my friend here, Eugene, who is truly a wizard with the ways of physiology. All the more remarkable, given that I, of course, as you know, was attacked by highwaymen and wandered alone and under-equipped in the wilderness for days before being mistakenly arrested and imprisoned in the Flot, and then from there escaping, and only recently dimly recovering from my case of amnesia under the again the kind ministration of my follower here.
He follows it all, but you are going to need to make some sort of skill check here on this. I'll give you a bonus, but he like this dude is used to dealing with folks that tell stories.
Yeah, I'm going to use charm.
Check.
You can use charm
What?
or bluff.
A
I'll
bullshit
use charm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to. I'll spend all my fortune points on this one.
Yeah.
All right,
Here we
for
go,
it.
charm.
It's because he's still under the influence of opium, and because he's sort of coming to. I'll give you plus 20 on the roll.
And also, we saved his ass. Like he
And-
literally
and
would have
you
been
saved
dead.
him, yeah.
I want to be clear that we really like a good lie is deeply rooted in the truth, and there's a lot of truth this one's deeply rooted in.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, let's re-roll that.
Okay.
No, you
So,
re-roll that by
so-
pushing the button on the.
Yeah, if you right mouse click on your roll,
Okay.
you'll see there's a use a fortune point to reroll
On my
on the
In the
chat,
chat.
on the actual message.
yeah, it's not doing it. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Use a fortune point to re-roll. Come on.
Much better.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, much better.
Cool. Yeah, he buys it hook, line, and sinker. He's relieved. At this point, Gertie can't contain herself, dude, and she rushes in and she goes, "Yes, master, you can govern Schaffenfest." And it turns out he explains to you that he is the judge presiding over all Schaffenfest, such that he'll be down at Schaffenfest, and when like anything occurs that requires sort of like judicial review, like someone caught stealing something or what have you, he will immediately judge that thing there. It's sort of a very honorary position that he's really been looking forward to, and
So we saved him, his career, and Schaffenfest.
yeah, pretty much. Like without the judge, like it would have been chaos. People just would have been stealing left and right.
All with one roll.
I made a couple rolls.
He's he's like, so you how can I help you, Castor? What do you need from me? How can I repay you for this?
Well, as I begin to rebuild my life and my identity amidst the immoral awakening of a new man, I need to recover my household such that I can begin my philanthropic works. And
You've been
I have the key.
renting it
I have
out,
the key to my fortune, but I don't have the passphrase. And
Ah.
I know you know it.
The passphrase. Oh, you think John Locke told me the passphrase? Yeah, I've got bad news for you. It's common practice for the lawyer to hold the both the passphrase and the key, and they also are kind of bound to keep that confidential. So he never did tell me the key, but knowing him, the man had a taste for Bretonian brandy. In particular, he was obsessed with a very rare brandy. What was it called? Yes, the Paravan Crown Reserve. If I had to guess, wait, why did mix? Oh, because I got mix selected. Mix like the Paragon Crown Reserve. If I had,
He's like, oh, that's expensive. I've stolen that before.
if I had to guess,
That's for selling, not drinking.
Knowing John, that would be my best guess.
How many digits do we, or how many letters is the code?
It's
Do we
just
know?
a word or a phrase.
That's
Yeah.
8 to 12, one special character, one number.
PCR, right? Is it like, like PBR? Like, is it like, everybody calls it PCR?
Called picker. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're grateful. We are deeply grateful for your service and your willingness to share that with us.
He's like,
Is there
We mourn the passing of John Locke, as much as any man, say perhaps yourself, and we may return to
what became of his
to break bread in fellowship.
what became of his body, if I may ask?
His body was surrendered to the appropriate authorities along with the other remonstrations in Spitalfield. We felt it outside the band of our authority as justice-seeking independent operators to take the body.
Didn't we leave the body there?
Oh, yeah.
The body there, right?
Left it downstairs.
That's what I mean.
I think you left it propped up on a chair and you guys were playing with it.
We did. We did.
Terrible.
It was a weekend at Bernie's.
That's correct.
Any man's gonna find out it's this man, but oh well.
Well, I think you have a to-do to go back and figure and
Look into it.
Yeah. if
Be
I
like,
recall.
where did the Sigmarites bury him? I want to pay my respects. And they're like, yeah, we haven't found a body.
Yeah, we'll pass it off as administrative error or mere incompetence.
Oh, there bureaucracy.
It's totally credible. Like anytime the Sigmarites take a hand, it's just like some bullshit triplicate forms and failing. They're basically half-assed, lazy motherfuckers. All right, so
And you have to prayer the forms as well. Like you have to pray like what it says. Like it's a whole thing.
oh yeah. No, it's knuckleheaded.
Churches.
In Sigmarite Bogenhofen.
So
Whatever.
You can tell
It's-
that the judge is starting to flag. His energies are waning. Gertie notices it too, and she's like, "I'm so thankful of what you've done, but I think we need to give the judge his rest."
And we give her no opposition to that. We merely bow with gratitude. I take Gertie by the hand. I kiss her on the hand. I apologize for our rough ways and our insistence on taking command of the situation, but we knew what needed to be done, and now we take our leave. And then as I walk past the doctor, this shoulder kind of poof, bashes him, so he gets knocked out of the way as we sweep past.
Is there, on our way out, is there a bottle of that stuff? I just want to look at the bottle actually to see if there's a clue.
That's good. No, it's a good call.
solid.
I think you should pocket it if you can.
Oh,
There may be information on the label.
You're looking for a bottle of the Paraffin Grand Reserve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's
If
none.
it's his friend, he might have a bottle just laying around because
Ooh.
his friend comes over.
Yeah. Okay. So, I will do a roll. Like this is an extremely rare brandy, guys. So,
Okay.
but he is also a quite wealthy person. So I'll make it a coin flip.
Oh, is it?
Less than 50, it's there.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, I critted it. Okay, dude. Not only is it there, but it is like a really, really good one. It's like a 150-year-old bottle.
Shit.
What?
It's
That's awesome.
truly the good stuff.
All right. Mick kind of looks at Kwame like, should I steal this?
Kwame looks at him and he's like, it is 150 years old.
So Mick's gonna try to steal it.
Does Siren pick up that Mick's executing this particular ploy?
Yeah, you guys all do. He's so fucking
right.
obvious.
So
Okay, Siren looks for an opportunity to create a distraction to turn attention of the other humans in the room on him in some super annoying way,
Okay.
as Mick does that.
Well, I was gonna say Eugene, I think before they leave, wants to talk to Gertie and the judge and say like some parting words and give like some like aftercare.
Got it. Sure.
That's good. That's way better than me talking about myself.
And this should be Mick's stolen booze so many times in his life. Like, he knows how to do this, right?
Right, you got like baggy pants and a stretchy waistband. Like you can drop a 40 in your pants at a convenience store. Like nobody.
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what brands are like like fall and what she gets stuck.
Okay, so let me get a very easy check from you,
Sli-
Eugene, to keep them in the room. I'll give you plus 40 on the roll.
So easy then.
Yeah, of your social of choice. And
Oh, sleight of hand for Mick.
Eugene first to try to
Oh,
do the
yeah.
final, like, keep his head rocked and like
I mean, could I do trade herbalist? Like, I'm not
yeah,
I'm not
sure.
aware that
Yeah,
Mick's stealing something.
Right, you're just doing your thing. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Eugene's just like, I just want to give you like what you need, and like, but also like have a moment with him to like say something.
Oh,
All right, you're good. They definitely want to listen. So Mick, you can now do your check. I'll also give you and make this easy for you.
an easy roll.
Yeah,
Nice.
you're good as well. Okay, I've put the Crown Reserve in the chat. I think you can just click the pay button and it'll go into your inventory, I think.
So as Mick's doing this, Eugene has like set some bottles down, and he sends Gertie to go get something for like the next day.
Maybe not. Mick, I'm just going to drag and drop it into your inventory. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, it's all good.
Please go on. You can continue.
So as Gertie like walks away for a second, Eugene takes his plague doctor's mask off. As the judge is like fading into sleep. And Eugene like puts it in one hand, puts his other hand on the doctor, and just like whispers to him, like, our folk saved your life. When they come to your court, be generous to them, or I will not save it again. And then Eugene's gonna put him to sleep.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Risky.
So that's a spell.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good. So, Eugene, as long as you're prepared when this becomes socially awkward, for me to upbraid you severely in front of the magistrate, and you apologize, we can swing this thing. That's good.
So,
it's good.
But
I might have to cuff you or physically upbraid you, but it's fine.
Eugene's taking worse.
The problem is that they might recognize it's magic, though. That's the unfortunate thing.
It's possible, but like Eugene's casting is so subtle. Like he's got the the fast hands.
Got it.
Yeah. And Eugene, you've taken worse from Siren. Like, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do the casting roll though, right?
Yeah. So this is the one that in Zweihander I could just automatically cast.
You get the crit. Yeah.
Yeah, I get the crit on it.
But can I still roll perception to see, like, for the other two if they see you casting magic?
Yeah, you can totally do that. It is at a -20 because of the level of the spell and then my talent.
Got it. All right, here comes
fast hands.
Here comes Gertie. She has a 24 in perception. Failed. Here comes the magistrate. He's got a 33 in perception.
33 with the -20, or he's got a base 33.
Oh snap!
Okay, he failed.
Whoa.
Also, he's pretty. The magistrate's pretty fucked up right now.
But he's also a canny fellow.
Sorry, not the magistrate.
But he might be higher level.
My bad.
Oh, the doctor.
Yeah, I meant the doctor.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, the doctor. Yeah.
And then finally the magistrate. He is a 40 in perception. So I need to beat a 20.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No one saw you do it. Sorry, Lucius, I rolled with you. Oh, Lucius as well. That's funny. You and the other guy.
Lucius.
I completely forgot that that's Mick's first name, by the way. All right. So, yeah, he falls asleep, but he heard your parting words. And you guys can make your way out if you want.
I think we have the potential key phrase. We've got a bottle.
I say we go for it. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can claim this inheritance.
Worst case scenario, we take some dirty old rags, we stuff it in that bottle, and make a firebomb out of it. I mean,
when Kwame starts talking like this as we're leaving, Mick like opens the bottle and takes just like a couple of big chugs of it, just like.
Oh, that's awesome! Let's just fucking drink the thing. Let's just drink it out of the street right now.
Hey guys, our free group call is in 2 minutes.
I'm gonna make a new one. Why don't we go back to the old one? No, it probably.
I
ran
love
out.
it.
It
It'll
Oh
probably
my
work.
gosh.
I probably ran out.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm going. I'm going.
Okay.
Well, no, it's probably not going to work, guys. So here, I'm going to create a new event right now. If the call cuts off before I finish it, just check your emails. But Damien, you get a resolve point back for acting according to your motivation. Did it end? Oh, he just bolted. He was right. He's like,
He came back. He left and came back. He's
I
in.
came back.
oh no, I meant Sean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sean dropped. Yeah, he just took off to go to the old one. I'll go check the old one and see
It
if he's
didn't.
there.
No, it doesn't work. You can't
What
get
did
in.
it say? What did it
This
say?
call has ended.
Oh.
So Damien. Oh yeah. So Damien,
Man.
he gets a resolve
Dude, the
point back.
Google product managers are like 21 years old and on ecstasy half the day and going down slides the rest of the day. It's stupid, man.
Sounds like the life. Did you say Eugene got a resolve?
Yeah, you get your resolve point for acting to your motivation.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Getting
Wow.
my revenge.
Are you making a new meet?
Yeah. Here we go. This is ridiculous.
You'd know that if you didn't run away so fast.
I guess we have
Jeez.
to switch to Zoom next time. All right, I'm posting it into the chat, guys.
Copy.
See you over there.
See it? I think
So now our names are going to be in another spot.
Oh yeah, they've all shifted over. Oh, I have to accept that. I admit.
Yeah. I also think Zoom, whenever it's like malware shortcomings, which is not small, it just works better.
It does. It does. Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh, I'm really
That's
lucky. Only Kwame and Eugene got swapped this time.
Oh dang! So I'm Kwame right now.
You're Kwame.
Look at this luscious hair I have.
Yeah.
Oh, the Rogaine. It has been so good to me.
It's not Rogaine. It's the herb of Rogaine.
Herb of Rogaine.
Let's get it right. Rogaine.
I should know better.
Oh, I missed. Where's Eugene? Text.
I love your shirt, Damien. Where'd you get that? That's like super vintage and yet so Pendleton.
It's not vintage. It's just New Pendleton tea. My mother-in-law got it for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So it's like, yes. Like my parents always give me stuff that I'm usually like, okay, thanks. Like I'll wear this once just for you.
That I went to that the Portland, I can't remember the name of it. It's not the Portland Outdoor Store. It's the one downtown that is like the old timey cowboy
Oh,
store.
yeah.
You know.
That's where
I went in there. I went in there one time to look for shirts because they got great shirts, and I was talking to the guy about how business was. This was 4, 5, 6 years ago, something like that. He's like, "Business is amazing. We were on the verge of dying, and now kids come in here all the time and buy stuff." Like,
That's where I got my Stetson. Like I was like, I want to
Oh, yeah.
buy it from the Portland Outdoor Store.
that's where I got my open road in Silver Belly too.
Yes. Oh, I wonder if the
Such
same
a
guy
good-
sold them to us.
Totally. Yeah, probably like.
Well, because the guy I dealt with, he was like, his picture was on the wall from like 1980.
Wow.
Like, you've
you're-
been here for 40 years.
Right. Oh, it's wonderful.
Love that
incredible.
store.
Yeah.
I was so intimidated to go in for so long, like walking by it as a child, and then just being like, do people actually go in there?
Yeah. Right.
Right.
It's called the Portland Outdoor Store, right?
Yeah.
What's the one that moved? There's one that sells just like regular outdoor gear that moved. It was a historic store that's over by the REI now.
By the REI. I mean, there's the big one is
Next adventure?
there's Next Adventure, but then there's
Yeah.
also the outlet. They do military surplus.
Oh, Andy and Bax?
Yeah, Andy and Bax.
Yeah, backs. Yeah.
Oh man, I bought so much gear at Andy and Bax back when I played paintball.
Bought a lot of junk there.
Oh,
I did too. I have a really sweet knife, a Gerber, non-folding knife that I bought at Andy and Bax's that I'm very proud of.
Nice.
Someday, an intruder will meet the sharp end of my 6-inch blade.
It's just dulled in the sheath.
It's U.S. Outdoors, the one I'm thinking of.
U.S. out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
it.
that one.
All right. Shall we continue, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it. So you guys leave the magistrate's house and you continue up the Bergenstrasse.
So are we kind of celebrating as we pass this bottle between us?
Well, yeah, that and really inspecting the bottle, trying to find if there's. We're mostly drinking it before Kwame turns it into like a Molotov cocktail.
Mm.
Are we really drinking this thing?
Mick's definitely drinking it. He's
Let's drink
studying.
a little. Let's drink a little bit of it, maybe not all of it, right?
Nah.
I don't think we should
We're
just.
gonna be rich. We're gonna be so rich soon.
What is there anything on the label that might give us Mick can use his intuition maybe to try to figure out if there's something on the label that would
Potentially passes the passcode.
that could be a clue to a passcode.
Yeah, there's
Maybe.
writing. It says in big kind of obviously expensively designed letters the name of the brandy itself, which is, what was it called again? The
Paravon Grand Reserve.
Paravon Grand Reserve, yeah. And then there's like some much smaller text that explains like where it was made in Bretonia, who the name of the master maker was, the year that it was made, and it's an ancient bottle. It's the writing around it itself is it's faded, so you can't read too much, but you can make out the maker, the year, and the place, and then the title. Your best guess is that it probably is the name of the brandy itself. If it
All right.
Makes
Is
sense.
the brandy any good?
I mean, if you want to taste it, you can.
Mick did. He opened
Yeah,
it.
Oh, you did.
we want to taste.
Yeah, the smell is intoxicating. Each of you takes a little sip, and it is the finest liqueur you have ever tasted in any of your lives. It is absolutely fantastic.
So as Eugene like takes a sip of it, he like takes a sip and then he opens a little glass vial and spits it into the vial for later use.
Whoa.
Because 150-year-old
Dang.
like brandy, like it's got to have
Yeah.
some inherent value.
Some magical properties. Totally, dude.
Do you think the judge is going to notice that it's gone?
Probably.
He's gonna be
Almost
like,
certainly.
"Brett,
But he
What if
had
we what if we transfer it to a different bottle and then replace it?
New side quest. Replace your parents' liquor.
okay."
Just add a little bit of soy sauce. They won't notice.
You know, the judge just realizes we're like bon vivants, man. We do stuff like that. That's how we roll. You and your servants.
What I was thinking was we leave it in his head that the doctor took it.
Mm.
We somehow like plant that.
I mean, if it comes up.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I will make a side quest for you guys though when the side quest time to replace his
Right.
booze.
More quests.
Yeah, you could be swimming in
So
quests.
good.
I'm just trying to give you as many as you can to last the next 4 years.
There's a lot to work through.
AKA
We have a
the
lot to
next
do.
4 days.
No one could ever say that Lyle railroads us. He's like, you want this quest? Go ahead. You want that quest? Sure.
No,
Return your
the
parents'
closest
brandy. Okay.
Yeah, the closest Lyle gets to railroading us is when we're making no sense because we're drunk or exhausted, and he's tired, and so he's like, "All right, fuck it, yeah, that you kill him. That was a good swing. That's great."
It's true. Cool. So yeah, you guys are like sipping on your 150-year-old Bretonian brandy. You're rolling down the Bergstrasse. The sky is blue. Like
Things are good.
no one's being burned alive right now. Like the sewers didn't overflow this morning. Like you're feeling really good, and you stroll your way up to the Bank of Bogenhofen, which is right there in the town hall. The town hall shares the bank. And you roll in. It's not a very big bank. It's as far as banks go, and there's a clerk working at the front, and he sees you guys come in. It's like, "Good day to you, sirs. How may I be of assistance?
I wave once again. I look exhausted, a little bit over it. I point to Kwame again and do the thing.
My master here would like to provide his key and his passphrase and retrieve his inheritance.
I see. And your name, sir?
My name is Qualmdorf. What is your name?
I am Alfonso.
Hey,
Alfonso, my good man, please make all haste. My master does not like to be kept waiting. Look at his regal mane. Look at that. Look at that. See his hair as it glistens in the sunlight. I'm feeling a little bit intoxicated by the brandy.
Mick whispers to Kwame, "Tell him it's Castor Liebring."
His name, do you not know it, Alfonso?
Oh, good, Kwame.
Liebring. Do you have any proof of your identity, sir?
Proof? Of course. Why would we come here without proof?
And so I assume you guys are going to bust out this guy?
We might come without proof because
And then also
my reputation precedes itself. But if
this guy?
the bureaucrat requires administrivia, fine. Pass his test.
Castor.
Do you guys remember all
Aloysius
the hassle
Liebring.
you had to go through to get these things out of the flot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we remember.
Paying
Yeah.
people to
Yeah.
Finally
didn't
paying
we
off,
bribe a
guys.
guard to hold on to him for us?
You did.
Oh, yeah.
You did, yes.
We got
Yeah,
him very drunk many times.
So I lean over. Who's holding these documents? It's not Castor.
I feel like it would be Mick.
I think
Mick's got it as the servant for sure.
Mick's got the documents, and I hold out my hand imperiously to Mick, trying to play up this overbearing upper servant. And Mick, what do you do?
I just hope Mick remembers to drag his left leg as if it's numb, to make himself seem more subservient and weak, and also less physically formidable in the case that violence breaks out now, just to gaslight everyone. But whatever, it'll be fine.
Mick shows no strength when he's in his servant disguise.
Okay.
So he but he's a little bit tired of this, so he rolls his eyes and pulls out the document and hands it over to Kwame.
With a flourish, I present it to Alfonso, saying, "Alfonso, my good man, make all haste."
He reviews the docs. He's like, yes, this does seem in order. Good to see you again, Mr. Liebring. So would you like to accompany me back to the vault after you've provided the passcode, please?
Please. Then I say the name of the liqueur.
What do you say?
What do I say?
I'm making you look it up. Look at me.
Name of the liqueur.
What was it?
He says, "Paravon,
The Paravon.
Grand." No, he pauses as he says each thing, thinking maybe the passphrase is done.
Right.
And so he says Paravon, and he pauses. What is Alfonso's reaction?
Wait. Okay, so I look a little bit tired. I look at Alphonse like Paravon, Crown,
Grand.
Reserve. This is Paravon Crown Reserve in the chat.
Oh, it should have been the Grand Reserve. My bad. Paravon Crown.
Oh.
Crown.
I like Paravon Crown though.
Yeah.
It's in a purple bag.
Oh,
Right.
we can put our dice in it afterwards.
Yeah.
No, you use them as microphone covers so they don't get dirty.
Deep cuts. Look at that.
He's like, well, yes. Thank you, sir. It's all in order. Will you please accompany Mr. Liebring?
That's
And just you, if you don't mind.
Lord Liebring, please.
Lord Liebring.
It seems like an unnecessary formality, but these things stitch the universe together in ways that are unseen.
Mick tries not to gag.
So he leads you back to a room that's filled with little deposit boxes. You count maybe 30, 40 boxes. Oh, Mick, I hear you over there.
Nick is so he's just working his brain. It's like a hamster on a treadmill, just
do I
running.
see a new quest
So glad
emerging?
Mick is in the other room.
And he takes you up to the box, turns it in, opens it, pulls it out, and one hands you a document, which is a lease, a deed. Deed to the Liebering Estate townhouse there in the Adel Ring.
Yeah.
And the other one is a certificate. And when you read it, sorry guys, I didn't make handouts. I didn't have time. But it says that you are the happy owner of a salary or a stipend that you will receive every week of your life until the end of times for 10 gold pieces a week.
Wow.
Is that a lot?
So one gold piece is about $240.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like basically $2,400 a week, which is a lot of money. But
Decent.
to put it into perspective, things are pretty expensive here in Zweihander Land, or rather in Warhammer Fantasyland. So this is enough for you to like live comfortably and like not have to sweat anything. But if you would like want to buy as at a plate mail or get a nice, like for example, the rifle that Kwame wants to buy, if you were to buy like an unmodified one, costs I believe 400 gold crowns.
Wow.
Just to put it in perspective.
He's going to have to save up a lot of weeks for me.
Has the stipend been building up while he's gone?
It has.
Well, there's going to be repairs to the house that need to be made, and perhaps fortifications.
Evicting the current renters.
I think his narrative goes, this is genius. He's a mid-level noble with a decent house and a stipend that's based on, like kind of a Prince Harry thing, right? Like he's doing all right, but it's not like Jeff Bezos money or anything.
No,
he's still gonna have to work.
We're still gonna have to go steal and fuck some shit up in the world to make our way. But it gives us like a good platform from which to go. Like the first thing we're going to invest in is a bat cave and some sort of secret entrance through a waterfall.
And that of course,
so we can come and go as juggalos.
That of course leads to the fact that you're going to need loyal servants. So there's going to be NPCs.
Oh yeah, totally. NPCs with heart plugs or explosive collars, whatever it takes to immediately terminate them. But
I love both those references. That's good.
The good news, by the way, guys, it looks like Castor hasn't been here in 10 weeks. So.
Wait, how long?
10 weeks.
Oh.
So he slides.
So recent.
He slides forward. It looks like he probably came here before he went up to Altdorf, where he was attacked. And so he slides forward a stack of 100 gold crowns to you.
All right, excellent. So I gather them up. I thank him for his service, and then we leave. We keep the key though, and I say thank you, and we exit. Exunt.
He says, "Would you like to change the passcode, sir?" Standard question from the back.
Oh, yes. I would like to change the passcode to. Hold on.
Juggalo.
Juggalo for life.
Hold on. I'll tell you what we're changing the passcode to.
Have you ever seen giraffes?
We are changing the passcode to.
Juggalo.
No, deck call water ball.
Good passcode. I guess we shall say no more about that passcode. You're gonna have to change your passcode.
It's very secure. It's particularly secure to use it in game in this way.
Yeah, because no one watches our cast other than D. Wow, fellas, you finished a quest.
A big one.
No way. I can't
Holy shit.
believe it. I've got to go.
I feel like COVID is now actually over.
Whoa.
It wasn't immunization. It wasn't wearing no mask to new seasons.
All right.
Claiming the fortune of Caster Lieberung.
All right, hold on. Let's see. You have pursued the lead.
We had so much power, y'all, and we
Technically,
wasted it.
you haven't gone to the family townhouse yet. But that was a side quest you didn't need
Mhm.
to do. Let's see. You use the key to open the safe, and you get the deed. I wonder if I can drag and drop the deed onto the. Oh,
Do we take the deed with us, or did you leave it in the deposit box?
I'll leave it in the deposit box.
Yeah. I think that's right.
And would it be like, because you need proof that you're Caster Lieberung, so we shouldn't put the ID papers in there, right?
I think we just declare we're Caster Lieberung going forward, right? Like, it's a social problem more than anything at this point. Where do we collect the inheritance though? At this place?
That's what he just gave. Oh, each week.
Yeah, he gave us the like, or not. I mean, the ongoing stipend. We probably just come here to collect at the end of the week, right?
yeah,
I think so.
that's right. Now, presumably, there actually is an inheritance somewhere, an actual inheritance,
Mhm.
and that your parents don't trust you, and rather than giving the whole thing to you all at once, they're paying it out for you drip by drip.
Yeah,
Smart parents to a noble.
totally makes sense.
And there you go, guys. 100 XP for
Yes!
finishing the inheritance quests.
Wow.
It's so disorienting.
We
So that's gonna leave our quest list. What are we gonna do?
But it does go.
Yeah, how
into
many
the
do we have left?
The completed column.
How again do we know? How do we? How do we know when we've?
You go to the items directory, or you go to the journal entries, and you
Mhm.
go to the quest log.
Oh,
And
I
then
guess what I meant was I received 100 XP. How do we know when we get to where we can complete our current thing?
I mean, your current.
I should go reread the rules again, I guess.
It's like whenever you want to. Like, there's a minimum number that you have to complete, but so you
Yeah.
can keep kind of growing into your current role, or you can.
Right.
I think you have to have 10 points and 8 skills and 10 advances in all 4 of the available characteristics.
Yeah, right. I just got that's right. I just gotta go reread it relative to
Yeah.
protagonist, my current career track here, and see where I'm at.
We did that.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
We did it.
It's amazing, guys.
Did it?
That's extraordinary.
So I think you guys have half an hour. You could probably make it to the night market, or we could start with the night market as the next thing we do.
I'm kind of fading. I'd be down if everybody votes yes, but I'm kind of fading myself.
Yeah, that's a good. I say here's what I propose. Let's go to. How much time do we have
We have half hour.
before the night market
Oh,
in game?
It's like 5 o'clock. So, and the night market won't be for another 7 hours. So.
Let's see. So 30 minutes
Oh,
of game
7
time.
hours.
It's,
7
yeah,
hours
it's
of
late.
real time, but
Yeah.
30 minutes of game time yields about like 3/4 of a
minutes?
second of, or like real time. So basically, we can each take a breath with our remaining 30 minutes of playtime. We might as well just call it.
Cool. Well,
or one Saren monologue.
well, I've given you guys some really fun stuff to
Right,
spend your
or
money
one,
on.
yeah, exactly. A breath or 1 8-minute line of dialogue from Siren. Should we go to the? Should we go check out the Siren's, the Caster Lieberung mansion, and have another pull off the Grand Marnier just to celebrate, and then do the night market next week?
I love the idea that we're like walking through this, like probably the crowd's even bigger than when we came in,
Yeah.
and we're just kind of drinking as we walk towards the house
Heading down to the Adel Ring, sipping on gin and juice.
and call it a session.
Siren, are you gonna split the money with the others, or? out of
Oh, definitely,
curiosity?
Yeah,
So-
that's a conversation I'm hoping to have when we get to the. This is the next sort of increment in Siren's moral arc. Is the speech he's about to make.
Mick can always make sure that the transfer will happen.
Mick gets his cut one way or another.
So I'm not sure how to actually create wealth in this game. Here, let me
I think there's a section on our character sheets.
Yeah,
You can just add it.
Yeah, can you guys just do it? Just add. Give each of you 25 gold. Assuming
How many?
you're going even splitsies, 25 apiece.
25 gold. Yeah.
So we go to
trappings. Yeah.
Yep.
You can just click on gold.
Kwame's swimming in money. Look at that. He got 10 before, another 25.
Damn, call me.
So I have 35 gold pieces.
Yeah, you're rich. Excellent. And then you guys receive your end of session experience. There's another 100 guys. It's raining XP.
Nice.
Yeah, 220 EXP this thing. Cruising.
Yeah, it's a pretty good haul.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, like, finishing that quest feels like we did it.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah.
something.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that you
So,
guys finished a big
When we
quest.
when we
It's
get to
like,
the house, Siren says to everybody, like, my friends, and I say that with a greater sense of peerage than I've ever said before. As I've meditated on the resemblance that I bear to Castor Liebring and the great fortune it's brought us, I think to myself, I have truly done nothing to earn that resemblance. It's merely the shape of my face. And in meditating on that further and in kind of a limited way intellectually, I realize that my greater beauty is also probably not something I've earned through superior moral or effort. And so I believe I should share this money with you all equally. And I'll need to think a lot on my own superiority. And then I express a lot of gratitude in ongoing flower language.
During this whole speech, Mick is like evaluating whether he wants to use his third and final disguise, as Castor Liebring, and how awesome that would be.
Could come in handy, but might I suggest that Maria Malone would be a decent disguise as well.
Oh, we could have done it.
Although,
There was
hey,
two casters moving around. Imagine
that'd be really fun. Like, then we're in like pure telenovela territory.
Yes.
Between that and the amnesia. Hey, Damien, didn't Eugene take a shape change type spell where he can look like someone else?
Yes.
Oh,
We could all
So we
look
could
like
be like-
Castor Liebring.
we could be a bunch of casters except Sean. Sean would have like a wood block print of Castor Liebring's face, smushed on paper, and then tied it to his face like a mask.
But it being a magical artifact mean it works.
Right, exactly.
It'll be so good.
We have to somehow make
Oh, man, I
Kwame
did-
look like. I guess
I did that in college with my buddies one time. We went to a kegger. We just stopped by the Xerox machine at the Student Union building and Xeroxed our faces. And then I went as Dan, and Dan went as me, and Matt went as or whatever.
All right, guys, I'm stopping the recording. Thanks all of our viewers. You've been amazing. I'm not even gonna.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
See you, Dean.
See you,
Are you
Dean.
listening?
Yeah.
Wait. Let's see who's actually online. One
If
second.
you've made it this far,
All
thank
right.
you.
One second. Hold on.
I'm also sorry.
It wasn't Dean.
It is. Oh, we have Dean, Commander Root, A10, another TV viewer. We have 4 people watching.
Wow.
I'm
That makes me
into.
nervous.
So I checked out while we were playing. We're done now?
No, I'm stopping. Thanks, everyone. It's been.
Bye, everyone.